what I'd like to do today is just spend a little bit of time with you to build a set of stackable saw horses. Every shop needs saw horses from time to time. The only thing is, with the majority of saw horses you have, they take up a lot of room in a small shop and that. So I think we have the answer to that, and we will be building these here today. I've already built the one, and we're going to be assembling the second one here to show you in detail how this works. Now, they are cheap to build. Doesn't cost you very little to build them. They're exceptionally strong and very durable. Just a great set of saw horses. Now, as far as tools and equipment to build them, it doesn't take a whole bunch for that either. We have, of course, our drill. We need some 3-inch screws. We have your miter saw, a tape measure, a pencil, just some very basic stuff to build them. So, so we'll be going through that here right away. All right, so what we're going to be doing here is assembling the second saw horse of the stacking pair of horses here that we're going to build. And what I've done here, I have pre-cut everything. We've pre-drilled the holes and inserted some screws in them. The top of the saw horse, the same thing here. Now, what I've done with this here, I've marked some dimensions on it. For the top part of the saw horse, the I-beam, we can make that 46 inches long. And basically what I've done was just taken a 2x4 stud and cut it in half, so I got 2 lengths out of it. The legs are 32 inches long, and we'll just go from there. And the first thing that we want to do is assemble our top portion of the saw horse, which is the I-beam. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now, something you may want to do to get this all centered is you may want to go ahead and draw a line down the center point of these parts here to assemble this. If not, you can just plain eyeball it if you're not that fussy or whatever, but I just chose to do it this way here, and that's what we'll go with. So, okay, what we'll do is just quickly assemble this. This part here being the center part of the I-beam, this here being the bottom portion of it. So we'll just set that on, line up our lines here on the end, as you can see, and we will screw that together. There's the bottom portion of the I-beam. We'll just turn it over now and assemble the top plate on there, which once again is 46 inches long. Now, one thing I might add, while selecting the material to make this I-beam, try to select 2x4s that are straight, because that's pretty important here to end up with a nice uniform saw horse. All right, now the next portion that we do is we will assemble the legs on here. Now, what I like to do is just inset the legs here about 1.5 inches from the ends. You can put them right out to the end if you choose. I just think they look a little better if you go in a little bit. Okay, taking the leg. Now what I've done here on the top part of it, I've just beveled that off a little bit because there's a part of this here will stick out past this I-beam, and it just looks a little neater in that and doing that. You don't have to if you choose not to, but I just did that. Now what we do here, I'll turn this on an angle so you can see. What happens here when you put this in place, this gives you an automatic angle here just by sitting on the lower portion of this I-beam and up against the top portion. So this is where we'll set our legs. And like I said, I've set mine in 1.5 inches. Now assemble every leg in the same manner. Now another thing what I mentioned before is I pre-drilled these screw holes because as you can see you're fairly close to the end of these legs. And if you don't pre-drill them, there's a pretty good chance they're going to split on you. So it just makes it a lot more durable for down the road. Now is we'll go ahead and put this lower support on the legs as we did on that one there. The only thing is, if you're going to make these stackable, what you have to do with this one here is put the supports on the inside of the legs so that that one there will slide down over top of it. So we'll go ahead and do that. Alright, so what I've done here now is I've taken my cross supports here for the bottom of the legs, and I've just laid a piece 2x4 on there. 6 inches up from the bottom is where I've marked these here. I just put a piece of 2x4 on there and then just draw a line underneath to give you your angle and that. Cut it to the length you want on your chop saw, and there you are. You have your legs support right in place. Now what I've done is I'm placing these to the inside of the legs opposed to the outside of the legs there, so they will be stackable. And okay, setting that on your 6-inch mark here, I've pre-drilled it and put screws into the hole, so just to make it a little bit easier here as we go along. Right, now we'll turn it over and do exactly the same thing on the other end. Marking it at 6 inches from the bottom, so we can place the other ones on that mark. And what I'll do is just pre-drill these. Got a bit in here. we'll set this other cross member here into place and screw it down too. Inside of this here to stabilize your legs this way here. What I'll do is just take and mark these off. You just take a piece, I'm just using 1x4 here. If we just take and place that up to there and grab a pencil here, and we'll just set them on the inside also. So we'll need 2 of those. I'll just screw that into place. Now we'll go ahead and cut the second piece. So now we have our second saw horse here. I'll just get the camera turning the right way here. Alright, so what we have here is a pair of stackable saw horses here. Something that I eliminated to tell you, I said initially that the top of the I-beam on these saw horses was 46 inches. And that's true, that is for the one, okay? But the lower one, for instance, if you want to stack them, you have to cut that one back so that it fits inside of the longer saw horse. So that's up to you if you want to go that way, but if you don't want to stack them, just make them at 46 and you'll have a beautiful set of saw horses there. Very sturdy, easy to make, fast to make, and you'll enjoy them every time you use them. Thank you.